Hi, welcome to learn Java programming step-by-step video tutorial. In this course, I am going to teach Java programming from the introduction. Before learning Java, we will see some basic information about Java. The very first question is asked is, what is interpreter? In computer science, an interpreter is a computer program that directly executes, that is performs instructions written in a programming or scripting language, without previously compiling them into a machine language program. That means you have written a program using a language. If you want to see the output of the program, you no need to compile it. Directly you can execute it. That is called interpreter. The next one is, what is compiler? A compiler is a special program that processes statements written in a particular programming language and turns them into machine language or code. Now we will take an example C and C++ languages. In C language, you have written a program. If you want to see the output of the program, first you need to compile it. Once the compilation is success, then only you need to execute the program. So when you compile it, it will show some errors. If you have done any mistake, it will show you the errors. Once you need to fix the errors, you need to solve those errors. After solving the errors, it will show you the success, compilation success it will show you. Once the compilation is success, it will convert into machine language. Then you need to execute the program. So for C language, first we need to compile the code and then execute the program to see the output. Then what is Java? Is it interpreter or compiler? Yes, Java is both interpreter and compiler. How we are calling Java is both interpreter and compiler? In the first step is explaining Java is compiled to an intermediate bytecode at compilation time. This is in contrast to a language like C that is compiled to machine language at compilation time. Now a Java program you have written means first you need to compile it. Then you will get success, compilation success. Then in the second step, the Java bytecode cannot be directly executed on hardware the way that compiled C code can. Instead, the bytecode must be interpreted by the JVM, Java Virtual Machine, at runtime in order to be executed. JVM is an interpreter. Once you have compiled the Java code, once it is success, you need to execute the program, but it is not possible to directly execute the program. Using the JVM interpreter only, we can execute the program. Here the compilation is happening and interpreter is happening. So Java is called both interpreter and compiler. The primary drawback of a language like C is that when it is compiled, that binary file will only work on one particular architecture. That means you have written a C program, you have compiled it on Windows operating system. You have written and compiled in the Windows operating system, and you need to execute on the same Windows operating system only. Is not possible to execute on Unix or Linux operating system because it depends on the same operating system only. Because C and C++ are not a platform independent. Why did Java become famous? Java became famous because it is a platform independent. What is platform independent? I am going to take an example C and C++ languages. You write some programs using C and C++ in Windows operating system and compile them. Once compiled, the C and C++ languages make use of Windows operating system resources to run. So you cannot take this compiled C and C++ code and try to run it on Linux operating system. So C and C++ are not platform independent because they depend on that operating system only. So if you write code using C and C++ on one operating system, you should run on the same operating system only. From this diagram, we will come to know C and C++ are not a platform independent. You have written a C or C++ code using Windows operating system and you are compiling here. Once you got compilation, you are trying to run it on Unix operating system. It is not possible because C and C++ are not a platform independent. They depend on the same operating system only. That means you have written a C program on Windows operating system. You should execute, you have compiled in the same operating system and you need to execute on the same operating system only. Not possible to execute on another Unix or Linux operating system. From this diagram, we will come to know Java is a platform independent. Here we have a Java code and we have operating system like Windows operating system, and we have a separate layer called between Java code and operating system is called JVM. In short, JVM, it is Java Virtual Machine for Windows operating system. So you have written a Java code using Windows operating system and you have compiled here, you got success. And you are trying to execute on Unix operating system. The same Java code you are trying to execute on Unix operating system. It will execute here because Java is a platform independent. Okay, so we can execute the Java program using the JVM interpreter. So now Java is a platform independent. How? There is other layer between the Java language and operating system. The layer is called JVM, Java Virtual Machine. In the previous diagram, I explained like between the Java code and operating system, we have a separate layer called JVM. Through this JVM only, we can execute the Java program. So there is different virtual machine for operating system. So Java will run using the JVM. Java is originally created programs for mobile, car, fridge and any other devices. All the devices have different operating systems. They want a language has platform independent. So they decided Java language because Java has platform independent using JVM. Now we give a look about JDK, JRE and JVM. If you want to work on Java software, first you need to download and install JDK in your computer. So Java Development Kit, in short JDK. It contains everything that will be required to develop and run Java application. The use of JDK is to develop and run the Java application. Next one is JRE, Java Runtime Environment. JRE contains everything required to run Java application which has already been compiled. It does not contain the code library required to develop Java application. That means through the JRE we can't develop the Java application, we can only run the Java application. So if you want to develop, we need to use JDK only. So when you download the JDK, the JRE will be included there itself. You no need to download separately the JRE. So through the JDK we can develop and run the application. Through the JRE we can run the application, not to develop. JVM, Java Virtual Machine. JVM is a virtual machine which work on top of your operating system to provide a recommended environment for your compiled Java code. JVM only works with bytecode, hence you need to compile your Java application .java file so that it can be converted to bytecode format, also known as the .class file. Once the .java file is compiled, it will be converted into .class file. That we know, which then will be used by JVM to run Java application. JVM only provides the environment. It needs the Java code library to run Java application. So in the next session, session 1, I am going to teach you the installation and setup. Java Development Kit, in short. The next one is Integrated Development Environment, in short IDE. First I am going to teach you JDK. This is used to develop and run the Java application. Eclipse IDE, or one more IDE is there, NetBeans IDE. These IDEs are free IDEs. All the industries are using these IDEs. So through this IDE we can write the Java programs. So you know JDK, it is used to develop and run the Java application, and these Eclipse or NetBeans IDEs to write the Java programs. In Notepad also we can write Java program, but when you write the program using the Notepad, you need to remember all the Java syntax. When it raises the errors, you need to find and fix the errors. It will take more time. So because of that, we are using the IDEs like Eclipse or NetBeans IDEs. In that, all the syntax are easily you can catch, and it will be easy to write the Java programs. All the industries are using those IDEs only. So in the next session, I will teach you how to download and install the JDK and Eclipse IDEs. Thank you.